There has never been a greater time than now to invest in the Metro Detroit area, and there is no other investment firm better qualified than Platinum Real Estate Holdings. With 40 years experience and over 1,000 homes sold, let Platinum Real Estate Holdings assist you with the purchase of a city-certified home of the highest quality, turnkey properties, screen renters, yielding instant cash flow. Well, what are you waiting for? Call or visit us online today. Welcome to the weekly recap for the week of June 13th. In today's recap, we're going to talk about the flip side of China's love for real estate investment in the U.S. And lastly, we're going to provide 3 things to look for to determine if it's better for you to buy or rent your home. This week's recap begins now. Update number 1, the flip side of China's love for American real estate. In 2014, many people bemoaned the onslaught of China homebuyers into the red-hot, always bubbly San Francisco real estate market. The flip side of China demand driving up real estate prices is that it also creates jobs. Thousands of them, according to the Rosen Group study released May 16, 2016. China's love for real estate seems to know no bounds, and American cities like the Soma District in San Francisco and downtown Los Angeles are getting more than a skyline makeover because of them. They're getting jobs. Chinese real estate investment has created over 200,000 American full-time jobs over the last 6 years and brought in more money from individual foreign investors than any other country. According to the Asia Society, 20,000 Chinese individuals were awarded the EB5 Immigrant Investor Visa. That's for people coming to the U.S. with a few million to sink into job-creating endeavors. Within that EB5 program, China accounts for 70% of the visas. All told, they brought in $9.5 billion into the U.S., or roughly $1 billion per year over the last 10 years. Rich Chinese immigrant investors are required to create 10 jobs for each investment under the EB5 visa law. Asia Society estimates that Chinese investment through the EB5 program created as much as 70,000 jobs last year. There is a 212-page report by the Rosen Group in conjunction with the Asia Society that says that China's love for housing has had a significant impact on the U.S. economy and jobs. Consider that 2008-2009 housing crisis leveled much of the nation's construction business. Home builders have yet to recover to pre-crisis employment levels. The National Association of Realtors said that home construction lagged behind job creation in 2015 in nearly 2/3 of the 146 U.S. metro areas it studied. Single-family home construction remains abysmal as Americans are required to put more money down before buying. Enter the Chinese. In both the luxury and middle-income housing markets, they have been a stabilizer. The types of projects being funded and built by Chinese investors are much larger than single-family construction. These are multi-story properties that have longer construction lines. The construction crews are larger, and the needs down the supply chain are greater. They estimate that Chinese direct investment into existing U.S. commercial and residential real estate, excluding new development projects, could total at least $218 billion from 2016 to 2020. After 2020, Chinese investment in U.S. real estate could accelerate due to a widening pool of Chinese investors looking to take money out of China. Some cities, namely San Francisco, love to blame the Chinese for the high cost of housing there. However, there's also Silicon Valley that's a culprit for middle-class housing high cost. Chinese-funded projects either under construction or currently in the works totaled $15 billion last year. The projects range from multi-billion-dollar mixed-use projects in Los Angeles and the San Francisco Bay Area to smaller-scale developments in secondary markets nationwide. How do you feel about this? Do you believe that a foreign nation like China should be able to invest in larger sums of real estate in exchange for delivering jobs to U.S. citizens? Should there be a limit, or should there not be a limit? Please let us know in the comments below. Update number 2 is about 3 factors to help decide whether to rent or purchase a home. Whether you buy or rent is an intensely personal decision, dependent on your individual circumstances as much as the housing market. Amy Tierce, a real estate blogger and a regional vice president at Wintrust Mortgage, says, "Don't try to time the market. Time your purchase around your life." Renting an apartment gives you a roof over your head, the freedom from maintenance costs, and the flexibility to leave when you want. Buying, on the other hand, can be a real wealth builder and offer you a place to call home that is yours to shape however you want. But that doesn't mean buying is your best choice. Here are 3 things to consider if you're trying to decide whether you should rent or buy. Number 1, your housing market. Not all housing markets are the same. For one thing, you can get more house in some areas and less home in another for the price. Now, in most parts of the country, it's cheaper to buy a house than to rent, at least if you plan to spend 5 years or more in the area. Honolulu and San Jose, California are the only 2 places where it's generally cheaper to rent, according to Trulia. Run the numbers, comparing your options in your area. Trulia provides a handy rent or buy calculator. Will buying get you a better value than renting? If so, buying could be your best option. Tip number 2, consider your lifestyle. Renting makes it easy to move quickly and easily. Owning a home is a commitment, so you should be ready to put down roots if you want to buy. The transaction cost of buying and selling property are very high. It can average about 10% of the sale price, according to Zillow, and could wipe out any gains you made from appreciation if you don't stay in the property long enough. If the perfect job comes up across the country, will you be able to sell your home with ease? Are you in a position to rent your property and manage that relationship across the country? If something requires you to move quickly, home ownership may not be right for you today. And last tip number 3, your financial goals. Buying a home can be a wealth builder and a chance to accumulate equity, but it also introduces new expenses into your budget, such as taxes, maintenance, repair costs, and insurance. It's necessary to have savings for unexpected expenses like a leaky roof, new door, or any other surprise payments that often come with home ownership. It can be difficult to manage those expenses while also trying to juggle other goals, such as paying down student debt, continuing your education, or starting a family. It's not impossible to do those things and save money to buy a home, of course, but it makes it all the more critical that you have a solid budget in place. Some experts say your number 1 priority should be saving a portion of your income before you buy. In the final analysis, the choice between buying a home and renting one is among the biggest financial decisions you'll make. Knowing your financial goals, your lifestyle, and your housing market can help you decide which choice is right for you. What do you also find are some helpful tips related to buying versus renting? Let us know in the comments below. Well, that's this week's recap. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. This has been your weekly real estate investment news recap. Did you find this recap helpful? Please like or comment below this video to enter to win a free copy of our ebook, The Ultimate Real Estate Guide for Residential Real Estate Investments. You can also subscribe to our channel or go to our website to receive the latest in real estate news. Our website also affords you the opportunity to view our latest turnkey properties.